My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. I truly appreciate the time to the genuine ones with no misintentions. I truly hope that you continue to find peace within, regardless to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. You matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. To the genuine ones with no misintentions, I truly appreciate your time. I truly hope that you continue to find peace within, regardless to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. That unhealthy relationship, it didn't work out, but you still chose you. Certain folks can relate to your love language. Hold on one second. You coming out your comfort zone when it came to your confidence, becoming your best self vision of yourself. Certain folks wasn't supposed to be part of your journey when it came to elevation, but you still chose you. You didn't dim your light. You had certain individuals you didn't be blood or related or not. You know, when it came to that stranger, you know, your neighbor, they didn't want you to elevate, but you still stand before yourself today. You matter and you are worthy. When they put you in secret competition, understanding your existence, that hold on one second, you was never in competition. You understood that hold on one second, they was having a personal problem to go within and be their authentic self when it came to relating to their own love language, something that they couldn't face with self-awareness and they rather self-destruct. They try to blackmail you, paint you out to be the villain in their story. They was doing it for likes and views or cloud chasing. Your digestive system wasn't set up the same. You wasn't out here energy harvesting off innocent people's energy, let alone playing with sport in a toxic way, let alone trying to destiny swipe with folks. You understood to take accountability for your actions when it came to your past, something that certain folks can't relate to. Why you removed yourself and allow yourself to become your best self vision of yourself as you stand before yourself today. And you understood why certain doors in your life closed for all the right reason when you acknowledge your faith that you matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. A love language that they couldn't relate to, self-reflecting, going within, but you understood you, not to overlook you, to hurt yourself with words another day. Hold on one second. You understood a love language that certain folks couldn't relate to, understanding confidence, not judging yourself another day. You know, beating yourself up with your own words when it came to certain obstacles where you was misunderstood. But hold on one second. You understood patience when it came to time and day. You're healing your trauma and pain you didn't overcome. That's what they didn't want you to do that day. They didn't want you to overcome, but you stand before yourself today. You matter, you're worthy. Continue to be patient with your process. I'm not your love respect. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. And I am the original owner of Naya Love Respect content, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions, and I say that respectfully. When a dream truly come true, you didn't get lost or discouraged in someone else's words when they called you a fool to paint you out to be the villain. You understood your confidence, come out your comfort zone, that hold on one second, I am worthy. I overcame so many obstacles, I almost lost me. I almost allowed myself to be dysfunctional, to become my worst enemy. I had to overcome the obstacles that was willing to better me. I had to understand I had to hurt myself with my own words when it came to my self-reflection and believe in my faith. I wasn't a mistake. Never allow someone to make you feel like you have to live in fear. Everybody's walk of life is not the same, but respect is a two-way street. And never get discouraged because someone wants to blackmail you. Never get discouraged because someone wants to project fear on you. Never give up on you. You matter, you're worthy. That unhealthy relationship, it didn't work out, but things turned out for the best for you. You allowed yourself to choose you when you least expected. You almost overlooked you, but you understood that you wasn't trying to give yourself a heart attack. You understood confidence when it came to self-control, when it came to discipline. Hold on one second. I am worthy of choosing me. I am worthy of a love language that someone could truly be on the same page with me, not to make me feel like I'm not worthy of being vulnerable with the right person. That energy is different. When the right person truly protects your heart to treat you rather than mislead you with pain. Someone truly hears you, to see you, truly respect you, to allow you to feel, to go within. My content is not for everyone. Just because someone gave up on you during your journey, do not give up on yourself. It's funny how they say that you're whack in your corner, you are nobody. But understanding the love language that you truly can go within. You didn't have to convince nobody that you could be your authentic self. Fall from a copycat. Understand, hold on one second, I'm original. Understand I didn't give up on myself because you understood to paint me out the beast. I truly wasn't a villain in your story. I understood what I overcame. You didn't have to show me at the end of the day when I was willing to choose me. I had to stand patience when it came to time and change. You ever overflow certain folks' cups that wanted just to disrespect you out loud to see you frown? You ever showed up for folks when they couldn't even go within and understand, find a peace within, but you still was bigging them up to be their biggest cheerleader when they wanted to kick you down? Damn. You wasn't energy harvesting off innocent people's energy. You wasn't playing with spoken in a toxic way. You wasn't out here trying to destiny swipe with folks. You understood your comfort zone. Hold on one second. I was only in my own lane. Elevation at the end of the day. Days when I couldn't even see. Understand my own love language, but I had to find peace within. Understand, hold on one second. You wasn't my enemy. The energy is different. When it comes to your existence, got you truly paying attention. Never give up on yourself. You're dealing with depression, anxiety, PTSD, trying to overcome your mindset, not becoming your worst enemy. You understood that blurry vision, but hold on one second. It became a train of thought, not to dim your light when it comes to your faith and how things was going to be all right when you least expected. You know how it feels to lose everything. You wasn't doing it for likes and views on cloud chasing because God got you out that situation. Your digestive was set up as differently than other folks because you was not a clout chaser. You actually knew how to respect your neighbor. You understood how it feels to be homeless. You truly know how it feels to be homeless. You know how it feels for that one-sided conversation when it comes to that receiver of the phone. Certain folks in the background couldn't wait for this to happen. They was laughing at your pain, saying that you thought that you was that person. You know, when you start a journey for yourself and you said that you're willing to heal, and certain individuals, they would check on you just to see if your life is falling apart. They would see if the spell work is actually working. They would come into your life and can't wait to say, you know what, I told you so. You gonna need me at the end of the day. But that was never the case because God works in mysterious ways, because God made a plan within you because you didn't have to count on nobody because you wasn't looking for no handouts. That is his different. It didn't matter if y'all was blood related or not. And I say this respectfully. You'd be so surprised when certain individuals see that you don't need them. They can't wait for that one call just to laugh at your pain. It wasn't even exchange. They saying that you want to get they say they want you to get your life together, but not on your own. You'd be so surprised when folks be trying to plot on you to go against you, paint you out to be the villain in their story, but that was never the case because you truly overcame. You know how it feels to pick up the phone for folks just to be in your business, only to do you wrong. How it took a whole community to go against one person that was you that day, for what you truly overcame. You're so strong, you're so brave when you least expect it. Continue to believe in your faith because you wasn't a rejection. You didn't reject yourself another day becoming your worst enemy. You overcame so many obstacles when you truly understood your testimony. My content is not for everyone. You went from being homeless, not having nothing, to understanding balance when it came to concentration, to become your best self vision of yourself when they try to label you a number, but God gave you a name to go within to understand your faith, how God was leading you. Hold on one second to better days ahead. That temporary situation, hold on one second. It didn't allow you to get kicked off your feet. It allowed you to upgrade it. Hold on one second. I am worthy. I'm so strong with being strong. I had a whole community going against me to make me feel like I was weak, but hold on one second. I was still trying to hold on. I understood when I got on that two train. It went from Flatbush to Franklin. I had to catch the three. I understood where I was going, but hold on one second. I still didn't understand my train of thought. Was I still going the right direction? I thought I was going to East New York, but only to realize that last address that they said was mine, only to realize it was nothing but lies. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. When folks would try to have you hanging, but only for you to realize you didn't need them this whole entire time. Certain folks said they had your back, but they was there for everybody else, only to paint you out to be the villain in their story, saying that you truly needed them when you never did, because you never was looking for a handout. They said I love you, but they never knew how to show you. They used to paint a picture to everybody. Hold on 1 second. Where's that one particular person? I see everybody else showing love, but where's the other one? You know how when you go to family events and you're expecting to see your favorite person, but they not there? No, for real, it's really the train of thought for me. Hmm. They try to outcast you, all because you truly have potential. They ain't want the light to shine on you, but you still showed up for you. Of course, you're gonna be the villain in everybody's story, but guess what? God still was protecting you. They was playing with Spoke in a toxic way. They wanted you to lose your finances. They wanted you to be homeless. They didn't want the love department to actually exist when it came to your world. But God said, no, not the day the devil was a lie. I got your back. They could play with black spell. They could play with spell work all day long when it come to black magic, voodoo, or whatever the case may be. Because you wasn't trying to catch a case. You was just in your own lane, believing in your faith. They don't understand how you don't look like what you've been through. When folks overlooked you, they jumped you that day, but nobody ever believed you. You know what you've been through when it came to obstacles, becoming your best self vision of yourself, overflowing certain folks' cups, didn't matter if it was family or not. The private conversations that you had that day, certain individuals would never know, only to realize God was truly pushing you through every single day, allowing you to become your best self vision of yourself, regardless of you to make sense to the wrong people. The right people showed up for you, and they have to project pain. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. But never get discouraged because when you pick up the phone, you ain't got nobody to call. Or when you pick up the phone, all they want to do is hear your personal problems. They ain't not trying to help you. They saying they love you, but they never actually showed you. You never even heard I love you. All you heard at the end of the day, everything is gonna be all right. But only to realize the same person that was supposed to protect you is going against you this whole entire time with all their lies. How you had your housewarming, how you had birthdays, certain holidays, just because moments they couldn't show up for you, but they was there for everybody else's NA event, and then they try to paint you out to be the villain, and you wasn't trying to catch a case when you understood your intentions. They try to paint you out to be the person that need a straight body jacket with a doctor's prescription. But hold on 1 second, that's not how God allowed you to see life itself, because an angel walked in to show you. Hold on 1 second, not today. That's my neighbor. That's my brother and my sister. That's my heavenly father, daughter. That's my heavenly mother's daughter or son. That energy is different. When you truly understand your calling, when you play the proper position in certain folks' life, you ain't gonna let your neighbor go out like that. We all don't operate the same when it come to pain. I'm not your genuine love respect. I understood an even exchange. Everybody not for me, and that's okay. But always be your authentic self. Never get discouraged because of a temporary situation. Yeah, you was homeless that day. You wasn't doing it for likes and views. You actually had to endure it. They telling you get your life together, and as soon as you do so, they still got so much to say. But you didn't get lost in these fools' words. And I say that respectfully. You didn't. You went from being homeless to having your own establishment. You went from being homeless, not knowing when you was going to have the next meal, to God providing a roof over your head. You went from being homeless, losing everything, even your children, only for God to restore your mental state, only for you to be rekindled. Hold on 1 second, reunited with your family for all the right reasons. That hold on 1 second, the devil didn't have a hold on you anymore. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same, but respect a two-way street. Everybody's walk of life is different, but I still knew how to respect my neighbor even when they try to sneak diss me. Always be yourself. Always be yourself. They can't take what God in store with you when it comes to your life. When it comes to creativity, how art actually flows to go within you. You wasn't running from your past. You understood your existence, how true love can truly last, allowing you to choose yourself. And you didn't have to move uncomfortably because God was leading you when you least expected, not to reject yourself another day. God closed certain doors in your life for all the right reasons. Check you out. Confidence look good on you today. Continue to maintain that smile when it comes to balance because you truly know how it feels to lose yourself. You do. And you're not trying to lose yourself again. You understood why that tear fell down when your enemy went up against you, but God was in the room. And folks would never understand how. How that black magic didn't work. How did it in this spell work didn't work? I'm doing all these root evil stuff to go against you. Why is it not working? Why you continue to still elevate? I'm energy harvesting off your energy, but you still continue to understand your self-reflection, understand your love language. I'm playing with beauty respect. I'm playing with beauty magic, so you won't understand your own vision, so you can't relate to you. But you continue to still keep pushing. They hacked your devices, gang stalked you when it came to certain communities. At the end of the day, folks swear you talking about like a bad habit when you wasn't trying to catch a case, so they gotta blackmail you to paint you out to be the villain, so it can cycle out your pockets when it comes to your conscience. How this type of stuff truly does happen. Just because it's not happening in your household, it might be happening in your neighbor's household when you least expect it. How someone you could truly love, how someone could truly come into your life and they find out, hold on 1 second, you love that person? I'm gonna suck him out their conscience and play with spoken in a toxic way, and I'm gonna make it painted out to be at the end of the day, it was natural causes. This type of stuff truly does happen. It does. Spell work is real. And my content is not for everybody. I don't live in fear. I don't. But neighbor, you matter and you are worthy. And do not give up on yourself. I walk by faith. I do not worship the devil, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And God is not for sale. You could paint me out to be the villain in your story. You could paint me out to, you could try to blackmail me all day long. You could sit there and lie and manipulate and say my creativity was your idea when you never actually helped me along my way when it came to my journey. You could sit there and throw my past in my face all day long, having folks going against me when they don't even know me. That's okay because I believe in the God within me. That God has allowed me to believe in my faith. Even when you try to strip everything from me, God's going to still allow me to be led to become my best self vision of myself. Something that you couldn't get in tune was understanding confidence. Certain individuals will never understand, yeah, you may not look like what you've been through, but hold on 1 second. I didn't have to be your issue. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Spell work is really real. It don't matter if you're an artist, an athlete, a doctor, a lawyer, a lunch lady, a teacher, a counselor. It don't matter what position you are in. When it comes to your field of whatever purpose you allow yourself to believe that it's truly for you. Even if you don't see a future doing something positive, becoming an entrepreneur or not, protect your energy. It's crazy how folks think that they playing with spell work in a toxic way towards innocent people. Do you not understand that God was in the room this whole entire time? And God saw what you was doing when you asked your travel towards certain individuals. When you played with spell work in a toxic way, you were in that kitchen whipping stuff up. They didn't even know what you was doing, who you was going against, an earth angel. Hold on 1 second. Are you really serious? How are you trying to figure out your train of thought when it comes to your mental state? How are you truly sorry? Your comment may not be dished out today, but hold on 1 second. God don't like ugly. I don't run from my past. I know how to take accountability for my actions. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. I know what I said. My content is not for everyone. It's so funny how they sit there and say that you're lazy, you're slow, you're stupid, and whatever the case may be. You wait, SHIT, nobody, but I am somebody. It said I was lazy. I was lazy, but I was just trying to get healthy to better me. That's what they told me to do. But that's what I was only doing. And they still having problems when it comes to me because I'm choosing me not to become my worst enemy. Who's going to believe you at the end of the day? Who's going to believe you at the end of the day? The right people that's truly for you, the ones that ain't got to plot against you, the ones who ain't got to manipulate your energy to paint you out to be the villain in their story. Oh, I saw what you did that day, but we ain't gonna talk about what you did. You astral traveled or whatever the case may be, trying to steal someone's gifts, or you was astral traveling. Hold on one second, realizing that I can't endure what you've been through. You dealt with so much pain. Folks be dishing out their own fair share, their own karma, trying to run game. Then you out here faking like you was homeless, only for likes and views. You real thirsty. Our digestive system ain't set up the same. The energy is different. When it come to elevation, the same person, they be out here hacking people's devices. Then they want to paint someone to be the villain, playing with spellwork and attacks away, doing come to me spells, all types of stuff, trying to make you feel like you dysfunctional, like you don't know what you're talking about. When it come to the spiritual world, I know what you just did. Then you try to say, oh, I need a straight body jacket on my way to the hospital. Hold on one second. God said, no, not today. The devil's a lie. That energy is different. All because why? You got controlling issues. And because someone truly got potential, that became your issue. So you try to dumb them down to paint them out to be something they truly not. But it took a whole group of people to go against one person, and you couldn't even say what you had to say by yourself. That you were intimidated by an innocent person who understood self-reflect to go within. All because of the fact that you had lack of confidence, the lack of self-love. You understood. Hold on one second. I forgot to go with it. You so disturbed by my peace, I'm bothering you because I'm being my authentic self, something that you can relate to. It's showing up for you and being your authentic self. This type of stuff happens. I may not make sense to you, but you're not for me, and that's okay. And I truly appreciate the times of the genuine ones with normalist intentions. And you truly do deserve justice. And I say that respectfully. My content ain't for everybody. How folks be out here trying to energy harvest off your energy. Talking about, did you see what I just did? Did you see what I just did? See, I told you I'm gonna psych them out their conscience. I'm gonna portray them to be something they not. And then I'm gonna humiliate them up close in person. This type of stuff truly does happen. Protect your energy. Everybody's strength ain't the same when it comes to hold on one second, loving yourself, not to project pain. You know, actions speak louder than words when you're truly saying that, hey, I'm healing to go within to become my best self vision of myself. You know, when that judge said, get your life together, that's what you did. You removed all the folks that truly wasn't for you, that was truly draining you. But they would try to paint you out to be the villain when you try to big them up days when they claim to see to understand their own love language. Continue to be patient with your process, and I say that respectfully. It's individuals that don't play with spoke in a toxic way. It's individuals that don't have the destiny swipe with you because they have their own light when it comes to their own existence, that believe in their own faith, that hold on one second, God is leading my way when I go within. It's certain individuals that don't have to play with spoken in a toxic way or little energy harvest. Did I say that already? Yeah. It sounds like a little bit too much for you, but you're so used to these mind games. You do it to a lot of people, only to realize it may not have worked out in your favor how it's doing today and worked out with all the other people because they didn't know how to speak up for themselves. But I'm going to today. I don't live in fear and I'm not scared of you. And it's so crazy to see how these people that energy harvest off your energy or try to destiny swipe at you or play with spellwork in a toxic way towards you. The first thing that they want to say is, I'm gonna beat your ass. For what? Why you want to fight somebody because of the fact that what you're doing? Oh, I know how to fight. Okay, and who cares? But it just goes to show you how weak minded you truly are, how it took a whole community to go against one person. You're out here playing with spoke in a toxic way. You're out here energy harvesting on someone's energy when you can't even go within and actually love yourself to do the actual and the healing to be your authentic self. So you got to play with beauty spells to go against somebody. You got to hack people's devices. You got to send this lame chick, lame dude to act like they so invested into someone's time and day to play them close to trauma bond them or whatever the case may be, whatever, however your mindset was that day, just to hack someone's devices. But you call yourself a real woman and man. You call yourself a boss. Real bosses don't move like that. And I say that respectfully, real disrespectfully. Real bosses don't move like that. They don't. It don't matter what culture you are. Real bosses don't move like that. Real bosses don't move like that. They don't. Because when you got potential within you, you ain't trying to kick the next man or woman down. You not. But you call yourself a woman and a man until something happens to your family. Oh, now you want to go play with Spellwork. Oh, let's go get them. Let's go get them. And then my thing is, someone could tell you green, and then you'll sit there and hop and it's like this. Someone could tell you green, and you're like, oh well, let's go select them out their conscience. Let's go play with their pockets. So that means if someone told you to go jump off the bridge, you're gonna do the same thing too. You gonna do the same thing too? No, you're not. Would you want somebody to do that to your child that you love and adore? Just like you find out information about somebody, it doesn't matter if they're high status or not. It's just a person, just like you. They got a couple of dollars. They do or they don't. Would you want somebody to plot against your child, good day or bad day? The same thing that you did, would you want someone to plot against your baby? It doesn't matter if you're around your child or not. Just knowing that your child is outside in this world and they're going from point A to Z, you should want them to get there safe. And I say that respectfully. I don't disrespect people's children in no shape or form, but make it make sense. Now imagine someone plotting the same mindset that you had to go against someone else's child, regardless if someone's loved ones is in a life or not. That's still someone's child. That's someone's child. That's God's child. That's God's baby. That's my heavenly mother, my heavenly father's God's baby. That's God's baby. Everybody they may not be as protected as certain individuals, but that's still God's child. And your child's a good child. Regardless of if your child make wrong decisions in life or not, that's still your baby. You saved up money to make sure that your child have a good life. You saved up this, you bought your child this, you did this. Would you want somebody to be in the background plotting against your baby, trauma bonding your child, acting like they're in a relationship with your child, just to psych your child out of a house or out of a car or out of their life? But you was able to do it. You had that mindset. That's what you wanted to do. It took a group of people for you to realize, hold on one second, I ain't got common sense today. I need to really think for myself today. What am I doing? What am I doing? Would you want someone to slip something in your child's drink, regardless if they drinking juice or water, or let alone let they food? It doesn't matter what environment they're in. Would you want someone to call you and say, hey, your child's in the ER. We don't know if they're going to make it or not. And only to find out, hold on one second, what happened? You're so discouraged. You don't know what's going on. And only to find out someone did spell work on your baby, only to find out someone placed something in your baby's food. Would you want someone to do that to your child, but it was okay for you to do such a thing to your child because you allow it to happen to someone else's child? And I don't wish bad on nobody's child, but make it make sense, ma'am, sir. It's not. The same way you sat there and said, you know what, this sounds like a good idea. F that BITCH. Doesn't matter if it was a dude or a chick. They got potential, they gifted, they talented. That's like them on their conscience. It doesn't matter if how high status they are or not. And I say that respectfully because sometimes certain individuals don't want that type of fame. They just want the people that's truly for them. That energy is different. Would you want someone to strip your child away from what you created? And you knew how long it took for your baby to get in tune with themselves, to find the creativity to become their best self vision of themselves. It was day and night. You was by your baby's side being a biggest cheerleader, only for a group of folks to come in. Oh, that's trauma bond this baby. That's manipulate them. That's act like we invested into their time and day. That's act like we in love with them. Only for someone to try to suck your child their conscience or their free will. But that's what you just did. That's what you said was okay to do because you allowed it to be the norm because you want to do to someone else's child. And it didn't matter how old that child was because that's still someone's child. Some people don't love their children, but some people will stand up and protect their children. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. And I say this respectfully. I don't mean no disrespect. But when it takes a whole group of people to go against one person, it just shows you how weak you are as an individual. It really does. It really does. But you're talking about you grown and you this and you that. It doesn't matter what you establish for yourself. And if you have the energy harvest off innocent people's energy and make your create take their creativity and make it your own because you can't think for yourself, let alone you don't have the energy within you to be your authentic self, that's a crime. In the spiritual world, that's a crime. Do you not know that? It's like the 5D and the 3D, it's like two different worlds. And people fail to realize that when you deal with some folks in the 5D, like you don't know who you're dealing with. That's why it takes a group of people. I get it. And then you have to play with magic and do this and do that and go to that warlock, go to that tarot reader, go to that spiritualist person. Let's do some voodoo. Let's do this. This MF will think they better than somebody, but that was never the case because that person wasn't trying to catch a case. Or let's keep this person quiet. Let's lie on them. All different types of departments going against this one person. So you can put someone in an institution or put them in jail so they won't be able to be their authentic self. This type of stuff truly does happen every single day. It does. Would you want somebody to do that to you? No. And regardless if you experienced it in your life, you know how it felt and it wasn't right. So because you knew what you experienced and what you endured, why would you allow that to be done on an innocent person who knew how to respect you or who was just minding their business? My content is not for everybody. You know, jealousy and envy is real, and it's disgusting to see how men are envious and jealous of females, or it's the opposite way around. Because this type of stuff happens every single day. How women can be jealous and envious of men. I'm far from a hater. Not only do I show respect privately, but I do show respect out loud as well too. And I say that respectfully. I am far from a hater. Far from it. It's uncomfortable. It really is. Like it's too much to show up for. No, for real, it really is. To have that animosity within you. And especially when you're trying to elevate and actions speak louder than words when you understand, hold on one second. My past don't live in my reality today. When it comes to pain, I'm maintaining, understand change. Something that folks can't relate to. That's why you choose yourself today. My content is not for everyone. It's not. It takes a whole community to go against one person. And you'd be so surprised. It doesn't matter about someone's culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability, or age. For someone to sit there and try to blackmail somebody, or for someone to dig up someone's past to humiliate somebody, to paint them out to be something they truly not. And especially when an innocent person is not out here energy harvesting off innocent people's energy. They're not out here trying to destiny swipe of folks. They're not out here trying to play with spoken in a toxic way. Hey neighbor, you're going the wrong way. You're going left, but you need to be going right. Regroup and understand your train of thought that you are more worthier. It's okay to stack up at the end of the day when it comes to your groceries. And I mean that respectfully. I don't mean no disrespect because these prices get more higher than every single day. I wasn't doing it for clout or likes or views. I was far from a copycat, but hold on one second. Everybody not supposed to be part of your community. That's okay. You can respect your neighbor all day long, but they will have ill intentions not to see you elevate. They will make sure that job opportunity doesn't come your way. So they would hack your devices. They would send someone in and trauma bond you to gaslight you, manipulate you, paint you out to be something you truly not. They would even blackmail you. Hey, I'm going to plot a situation today and I'm going to make you look like you're an aggressive. I'm going to make it like you're a nasty person. I'm going to make it like I'm going to paint you out to be somebody you're rude and disgusting. I'm going to paint you out to be somebody that you're truly not because of the fact that I got control issues. Oh, and your neighbor. I'm making sure they watching you and watching so I can make sure I can go against you. I'm watching your every move. So I can psych out your conscience. I'm gonna do everything in my power to make you feel like you're crazy. And everybody's gonna believe it because when you start to speak up for yourself, ain't nobody gonna believe you. This type of stuff happens every single day. All because someone knows how to be their authentic self and you wasn't even competing for someone's position. You was just being your own authentic self. People get jealous because you're gifted. Certain people get jealous because of the fact that you're beautiful. Certain people get jealous because of the fact that you don't have to have much to love yourself. It's not that you're content with your situation, but you know where you're going. You know where you're going in life, and you know where you came from. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. You could blackmail innocent people all day long when it come they pass. You could paint them out to be something they truly not. But when certain individuals say, "Hey, neighbor, I'm really trying to get my life together. I had endured so much pain, and I'm not out here projecting on innocent people. I know what I overcame. I can't tell you certain things because you ain't gonna believe me. You know, people throwing sport at me in a toxic way. While I was acting the way I was that day. They paid me out to be the villain of their story when they cheated on me. They had one foot in one door to humiliate me, made me feel like I wasn't worthy. But hold on one second, I was only moving accordingly. But I understood growth when I let go that day to understand my faith that I am worthy of the right one loving me proper way. I'm Naya Gino Love Respect. Today is currently March 28th, 2025. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. Never give up on yourself. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. But God is not manipulation, and God is not for sale. And I don't use the word God just to be using it at the end of the day to get away with anything. I don't. But I know what I endured. And one thing I don't have to do is lie. It took a whole group of people to go against me. I'm only one person. So I could relate to what you're going through, neighbor. Just like I said, my content is not for everyone. It's not. You know, when the right people walk into your life, they hear you, they respect you, and they see you. And they don't look at you like competition because they had to pass themselves. And they're not out here trying to ruin your reputation. They're not out here trying to disrespect you. They're not trying to paint you to be the villain of a story. Elevation looks good on people who actually want growth in their life. Elevation looks good on people who are willing to come out of certain situations to become their best self vision of themselves, to understand the love language that certain folks can't relate to. You can shadow ban me all day long. I am Naya Genuine Love Respect, and I come up with my own creativity when it comes to my content. Nobody helped me along my journey. And I say that respectfully. You could try to steal my name or whatever the case may be, whatever you're trying to do to try to take credit for my work that I put out. But God said, no, not today. The devil's a lie. And you could laugh at me all day long. You could pay me out to be whoever you want to be at the end of the day behind fake pages, saying you had a conversation with me, paint the story out to be something that truly wasn't. But God saw everything. And I'm not scared of anybody. And I do not live in fear. And you can continue to gang stalk me every single day when I go outside. You can continue to gang stalk me when I'm in my household all day long. I'm not crazy and I'm not bugging. And I don't care who believes me or not. But I know what I'm enduring. And neighbor, you're not alone. And my content is not for everyone, and that's okay. She said PS5. I was trying to figure out my train of thought. What was you talking about that day? Damn, I have to paint you out to be the villain of my story, let alone say your name. But hold on one second. I just understood it wasn't an even exchange when you trying to endure pain in me. But I still showed up for me. Try to humiliate me, trying to ruin my reputation, putting me on a black web or whatever the case may be, invading my privacy, and I didn't ask for that. You had to send in a little minion in here acting like they were so invested in my time and day, only to realize that hold on one second. Use junkies, use all different types of folks. It's like people, if they conscious when it came to their free will. I still didn't put a name on your name at the end of the day. I don't care if you carry it or not. And I say that respectfully. Folks who swear you're talking about like a bad habit. But damn. All because I respected my neighbor to be my authentic self, because my soul ain't for sale. Something that you couldn't relate to was being yourself. My content is not for everybody. Gang stalking is real. And when someone is jealous or envious of you, you'll be so surprised who they would send in just to try to suck at your conscience when they come to your free will. And they know that they would pay certain people, regardless if it's your blood related or not, and you don't talk to your family, or they will make sure they will paint a picture to have people to go against you, to paint you out to be something you're truly not. But I say this respectfully, it don't matter if it's your childhood friends or not. The people who's truly for you is going to show up. And they truly going to respect you for who you truly are, being your authentic self. And they know that something is not wrong with you. And I say that respectfully. You matter and you are worthy and you are so brave. You are. It's not easy. It's not. But continue to show up for you, not to overlook you. If God said it's your time, it's your time. But don't live in fear. That's why they condemn my life when they try to suck at my conscience, playing with spoke in a toxic way. It didn't matter someone's culture. It didn't. It didn't matter about someone's culture. How certain households, when it comes to generations after generations, it became the norm to play with spell work and energy harvest of innocent people's energy so they can gain. But God saw everything. And a lot of people don't believe in God. They don't. They don't believe in God. So when you start to speak about God and they project a spell work on you and they energy harvesting off your energy, or they trying to project spell work on you so you can lose everything and you won't have a healthy relationship, or you won't have a good successful career. And you're not out here playing with spell work and doing none of that extra stuff that they're doing, astral traveling towards people and trying to scare somebody or whatever the case may be. And you're not gang stalking folks. Like, you're not sending someone to go against nobody. Always be yourself. My content is not for everybody. I need a nap. Thank you for your time. Today is currently March 8th, 2025. So they say. Have a safe year, week, weekend, let alone day. You matter, you're worthy. My content is not for everybody. If I express myself to even a lawyer or whatever the case may be, they're not going to believe me. If I go to the police and I say this respectfully, they're not going to believe me. Don't give up on yourself. I don't live in fear. And I would never hurt myself, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I don't care what kind of picture someone paints me out to be, that I'm an aggressive person, I'm a disrespectful person. I said no disrespect and I don't mean no harm by it at the end of the day. If you're not for me, you're not for me, and that's okay. Certain individuals, when you speak a certain kind of way, when you're not being disrespectful, you're just letting it be known, hey, neighbor, I'm not being disrespectful towards you, and I don't mean no malicious intentions towards you as well. Of course, they're going to try to paint you out to be the villain in their story, but respect's a two-way street. It just goes to show you how you truly operate when it came to me. Always be yourself. Peace and respect, some respect. Shall never stop the bond. Humanity will you never damn your light. Love you, choose you, never overlook you. When your dreams come true, they will never understand. Hold on 1 second, you told you. You matter, you're worthy. I'm not here to respect. Healing trauma pain is not a race or overnight process. Protect your energy and protect you and your family with no malicious intentions. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. I am the original owner of Night Respect Content. Thank you for your time.